Odin.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of gods to talk about in any Smite 2 show, because we're gonna have new gods, but also the ported gods and the reworked gods.
Yep. So Odin is another character where we've leveraged a lot of the strength and int scaling as well. So his kit's going to be very, very familiar, and we actually had done the adjustment where his pulse was only 2 when we would move the homing. Smite 1 also did that change, so we are mirroring that change as well. But everything that you're familiar with Odin is still here. So you got the 2, you got the bird bomb, you got the pulsing, you got the stun throw, you got the auto attack stim throw. You got the cages to lock everyone inside. All that stuff is very, very familiar if you're an Odin player. His passive is also still when targets die, it's just been simplified down to 2 targets rather than stacking up to 4. And you can see here it's giving strength and intelligence, which is useful for him because while lunge is a purely physical ability, his shield is a lot more interesting in terms of strength and intelligence. So it actually scales off of strength as well as intelligence, and it scales even more off intelligence. So if you want the biggest shield possible, you want to be going intelligence, and that will scale into the damage of your one. Additionally, his Gungnir's Might, the pulses are intelligence scaling, but the actual throw projectile is physical, and that matches on the ultimate where the projectile that follows targets if they leap out of it or leave it is also physical. So lots of opportunities here for you to play more kind of that runic, more mage style Odin, really focusing on these giant shields and consistent damage output from these pulses, or you can play the more standard strength Odin and have a very similar experience to what you play with in Smite 1.
And that attack speed stim is even stronger in Smite 2.
Yes.
And in a little bit more stat scarce balanced stat pool, it's even more powerful.
Yeah,
it is a really meaningful contribution from the kit now, much more so than I feel like it ever has in Smite 1.
Yeah, he really is the example character for, I think, once we get into the itemization, his kit, the thing that it really brings to the team is that flexibility, that ability to initiate, that ability to be the support role where you can really protect and enable your team. And a lot of the items that he can build just work so well with his kit. So he has a lot of additional ways of playing in here, even if his kit feels very similar. So it's really exciting to see what Odin's going to be able to do with the tools that he has.
And one thing to look out for as well,
You know what time it is? For Odin,
yeah, it wasn't necessarily for Odin. I was just saying nothing to be careful or to have a look out for when we're looking at these gods as well. It wasn't just the items and scalings, but some of their cooldowns changed quite intentionally too. We wanted to do a pass to make sure that things didn't feel exactly the same as in Smite 1. So you might see some gods that have a very specifically reduced cooldown or increased cooldown.
Yep.
So here you see the famous Ymir rocket jump.
Yeah.
Clumsy, you had that line in the keynote, right? You know,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, Ymir just feels like a whole new god, really. I mean, doing the exact same things, but in a way
the 2 now, yeah.
you
You
can
can
Strafe while you
Oh
two.
my God.
Strafe while you two.
Yeah,
Look
he
at
can now
it.
move.
Look at it.
While he's twoing,
Nice.
and this feels unbelievable. Like, being able to adjust this aim, again, running away, you start it, you turn around, lay it down behind you. It feels awesome. And Ymir, I mean, for our old alpha and beta players of Smite 1, a lot of them miss that face punch Ymir, the crit Ymir, because it scales off of frostbite, which increases damage to you, all that kind of stuff. It's back. It's so good. Clumsy literally almost killed me in 2 seconds.
I love playing Ymir jungle. It's so much
just
fun.
The wall
strength.
also applies frostbite.
The wall apply on the
Not get
knockback applies
displaced
frostbite.
by it.
Yep.
Yeah, just so many. You want to talk about a god who can
Behind
make
you.
plays now? Ymir is he's always been a playmaker god. He is now the playmaker god, in my opinion. You can just do so many things with this kit. You can build him so many different ways. You know, our Rainian, famous Smite 1 Ymir main, he's going to be able to do a million different things, I'm sure. It's just, you can play 10 Ymir games in a row, build 10 different ways, do 10 different things for your team. It's awesome.
The legend of face punch Ymir.
legend.
Yep,
Only a
it's
myth
back.
to most Smite players.
I know, right?
Has finally returned.
It's back.